Hey guys, this is the Octopus Hermit, emerging from my solitude to talk about the things I viewed. This is my review of One Piece Chapter 784. This was a pretty simple, straightforward chapter, but whew, this is one of the best chapters of this entire arc. This chapter consisted of mainly a one-sided ass-beating. Now this has been a pretty long, drawn-out arc, but with payoff like this, it's well worth the wait. We finally get to see what Gear 4 is capable of, and it's capable of a lot. We see Luffy cover his arm in haki, and he blows into his muscles and inflates them. And he spreads it throughout his body, and his limbs are covered in haki, and he's bouncing. And this is his Gear 4th. It's called Bounce Man. Now Gear 4 is an interesting combination of silly and cool, which I guess you could say about the series itself, so it fits in with the rest of the series. And we get a new type of attack from Luffy. He retracts his arm into itself, and then it just like pops out. And this knocks Doflamingo all the way down to where the townspeople live. Doflamingo is on the roof of his castle, which is the highest point of Dressrosa right now. And he gets knocked all the way down to where the just regular townsfolk live. This is a nice dose of symbolism representing Doflamingo's downfall. So we see Doflamingo get taken down a peg in more ways than one. And so then we see some more of what Gear 4th is capable of. We see Luffy quickly retracting and releasing his feet repeatedly. And this is like his own version of the Geppo technique. We also see Luffy using his inflated midsection to bounce along the ground. Now this is a good way of showing that some silly looking aspect of Gear 4th can have practical usage, since it increased his mobility in this instance. And something else we get to see from Gear 4th is a Python attack, in which he can change the trajectory of his punch at will to hit his target. And the chapter ends with Luffy using that Python ability to hit Doflamingo in the face. So that was about all that occurred in the chapter. Very enjoyable, and it still leaves us with some questions. Is Doflamingo going to be able to do anything to hold his own against Luffy? Well, he's got some options. There's the possibility that he'll use his string clone to make it a 2-on-1 fight. And I think the most obvious and most effective thing he could do is to use his parasite technique. He hasn't done that once against Luffy and Law. It would make sense for him to use it, especially in this dire situation. Or maybe he's got some different move we haven't seen before, something that he only uses when he's backed into a corner. And something else to consider is, what are the drawbacks of Gear 4th? Luffy hasn't used this technique up until now, and if there weren't any drawbacks, I don't see any reason why he couldn't have done it earlier. So maybe after using this technique, Luffy's going to be all withered and immobile. Maybe he'll be unconscious. So that's about all I have to say for my review. This was an outstanding chapter. Like, Doflamingo deserved every hit he got. And it was just, the level of satisfaction from it was just so immense. And there's going to be another 2-week wait. It's not because Oda's taking a break, it's because the entire magazine is going to be taking a break. So, gonna have to wait another 2 weeks to find out what happens next. Feel free to like my video, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment, whatever floats your boat. Thank you for watching, and I'll see ya.